Is this even fair? Well, at this point, we just have to state that she can't fake that for too long, so we're gonna figure it out earlier or later. Okay guys, so Serena Williams withdrew right before Australian Open from the tournament in Australia due to her injury, shoulder injury as she says. And what does it really mean? Is it really some tactical psychological trick because she just doesn't want to, give it her all before Australian Open? She want to kind of keep her energy level and mental focus very, very high before the main tournament, or maybe she is really injured. So let's just discuss her, I guess, do a little bit of her profiling as if we were criminal psychologists, look at her baseline behavior and stuff like that. So obviously, just looking from her baseline behavior, Serena Williams is not someone like Rafael Nadal. I mean, there is only one Rafael Nadal, right, and Roger Federer, who are gonna play no matter what unless they absolutely cannot continue playing. They are not gonna complain, they're not gonna withdraw, which is not me saying that Serena Williams is like a complainer. Obviously she's not, and no one needs me to say that, it's obvious. But historically, her quote-unquote baseline behavior was kind of like, I don't want to say the same, but this is not something new. It's not like this wow thing. Like, I think, I'm gonna say what I think at the end of the video, so keep going, keep watching this video till the end. We're gonna discuss several things, and we're gonna talk whether or not she is really that injured, or she just wants to give herself some time, and not really face this very difficult opponent, because this girl Barty is #1 in the world currently. So that would have been like a really tough match psychologically for both of them, of course. But Serena is there to win a Grand Slam. She doesn't need anything else other than Grand Slam, right? Because it's obvious, So, withdrawing from tournaments is not something new from Serena Williams, and honestly, this is not even her thing, playing right before Grand Slam, playing tournaments right before Grand Slam. But she did it this year, reportedly, due to this coronavirus thing, because she didn't have that much not experience, but like that much practice of playing, on the court. And you can't really fake it on the practice. It's not like fighting MMA world and stuff like that, where it's just not the same. You have to go out there and you have to play this real tournament and experience those real nerves, so you just get used to it. And it doesn't matter how much like total experience you've had. A lot of players do want to do that not right before the tournament, but they want to feel like they are in it and they are more capable of coping with their nerves. So that's the reason why she started playing there in the first place, right before Australian Open tournament, because Australian Open tournament is no joke. It's like 2 weeks long, very big draw, the toughest opponents you could imagine. So I believe that's why she started playing Australian Open. Now, it would be coherent or logical to assume that she played like several rounds, right? And she feels already like as if she is kind of feeling the game, like Beyonce. I'm feeling myself. Anyway, yeah, so she feels like pretty confident within her game. With her game, she feels probably pretty confident in where she's at. So she just maybe that's a suggestion. So she maybe just decided that, okay, like that's enough of experience on the court during the tournament. I'm in the semifinal, that's fine. Maybe let's just take some time out and prepare for Australian Open, and maybe I should just focus on Australian Open right now a little bit more and feel more fresh, before the start of the tournament. And that's like one a possibility, an option, right? Another one is that she is actually injured, and we are gonna figure that out pretty quickly whether or not she is, because she obviously has the biggest serve, and tennis is not the type of sport where you can really hide anything. If your shoulder is injured to the point where you cannot play, it basically is, it's either injured or it isn't, because your shoulder is just so important in tennis, so you can't really like you know, you can't be, oh, it's hurting a little bit, but I can still play. No, you cannot, because it just like there is so much pressure on your shoulder. You're playing with your every single shot you're making, your shoulder plays a role in it, and especially serve. Serena Williams has the biggest serve in the female tennis in WT. She has the biggest serve, hands down. I don't think anyone can serve as hard as she does, and she actually serves on the same level as some male athletes, top male athletes, not just male athletes. So coming back to Serena Williams, right? We are going to figure out whether or not she's injured pretty soon. It is not uncommon for tennis players to play this little mind game, not with other people, but like with themselves. I mean, just giving themselves time to prepare for another tournament and really withdraw from the previous tournament just because you want. So this is not something uncommon. This is not something to shame anyone about. Unfortunately, the rules are that if you signed up for the tournament, you have to play it till the end, simply because a lot of people purchase their tickets to watch you play, and it just really sucks if someone withdraws, right? And there are players who are really following these rules really strictly, and as I've said, for example, Rafael Nadal, who is, in my opinion, one of the greatest athletes ever. He's always in that mentality, fight, fight, fight. He is like, and I have my other videos on Rafael Nadal. If you're interested, go to my YouTube channel and watch my videos on Rafael Nadal. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, let's keep going. Like Rafael Nadal, who's very military-like. I made a whole video on his rules for success in tennis, and his main rule is that basically he is fighting no matter what. He is never given up, and it's not just words for him, it's like actually actions. Unless his shoulder is completely injured to the point where he absolutely cannot keep going, he is gonna keep going. So obviously Serena Williams is not that type of person, I think, in my opinion. Well, not at least to that point. I'm not saying she's not the type of person who's gonna fight till the end. She is, she totally is, but I think Nadal is on another level compared to pretty much everyone else. I think it's like Nadal, and then Roger Federer, and then I don't even know who. There is like a whole gap, like probably like 5 rankings gap between those two and everyone else in terms of how much they're willing to take to just keep going and keep playing, and they are not afraid. It feels like they're not afraid of anything other than fear of failure. Yeah, Serena Williams, I do think it was tactical, this tactical thing. It was, if I was on her team, that's what I would honestly recommend her. I would not recommend her to go till the end of the tournament and give all of this energy, physical as well as mental and psychological, right, energy to this tournament right before Australian Open, which is a 2-week, very difficult tournament, right? She already has money, she already has fame, obviously, and stuff like that, so she doesn't really need to, you know, do anything like win that tournament. She needs to focus on Australian Open. So if I was on her team, and probably, I'm not saying her shoulder isn't hurt, it maybe just hurts a little bit, but she obviously still can play. But you know, it's just like she should do what she needs to do to feel her best. So I think personally it's the right choice if that choice was made. As I'm imagining myself speculating, I'm speculating on how this decision probably was made. Probably it hurts a little bit, but nothing too much to worry about. Probably she could have finished that tournament. Maybe she would have needed time to recover and stuff like that a little bit, like probably like 2 days. But yeah, that was the right choice overall. Overall, I think she could have kept playing, but she didn't, and I think she is gonna play one of her best tennis in Australian Open, as all of us expect her to play. I already have another video on my channel about my predictions on whether or not she is gonna win Australian Open. Don't forget to comment in the section down below about what do you guys think. Is her shoulder hurt, or is she just not, she didn't keep going because the Australian Open and her main focus on that? What are your predictions? Is Serena Williams going to win Australian Open? As I've said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, click all buttons that you see, and I'll see you in my other videos.